Good Sunday afternoon. It's your boy Larock and for Larocks Cooking Adventures. And today we're going to make bruschetta. Here are the ingredients for this bruschetta. We have the Roma tomatoes themselves, fresh basil, mozzarella, feta cheese. We have some shrimp that I sauteed already, some kosher salt, some garlic, red onion, a little EVO, extra virgin, a little vinaigrette, and a little balsamic, and the bread itself, French bread baguette. So, we're going to jump right into this, but before we do that, I want to give a couple shout outs. Shout out to my moms, shout out to God, shout out to my family, my kids, my sisters, my cousins. Shout out to Buckshots, aka King Kong, chef in the house. Shout outs to all the ride shares that I had Friday night for subscribing to this channel. Without y'all, I'm nothing. Shout outs to all the people that have recently subscribed to me, all my Facebook friends and other associates I know. Thank you all for your support and your love. Let's get busy. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is slice the baguette. Just want to put it on a little bias, a little angle, bias aka angle. Let's slide this back so you folks can see what's going on here. Not too thick. Nice little slices. But if you like your bread thick, it's no problem. Do what you like. Make this for you, for your family, for your friends, for your relatives and everything. Do it how you like it. Also, you might want to choose different types of breads to do this on. Let's see, we got 6. Okay, this is more than enough. Some slice on the angle, some might slice it like this, just straight circles, like that. This is a way to cut costs and make sure you utilize the majority of the bread. Cut costs by simply having smaller circular pieces like this versus this longer oblong shape. Huh? See how much bread I save? Not to mention the topping once it actually goes on the tomato itself. I want to see you guys out there make this dish. I don't really use any recipes when I cook, so try to stick with me. Maybe one day when I get a little bit more advanced, I'll have those recipes, or at a later time update some of the content for that. So I'm just going to take these and put them on a sheet tray and pop them in the oven. Maybe brush it with a little olive oil. All I want to do is just toast these off. Just get them a little bit browned. Like that, like that, like that, and like that. Okay, take a little bit of EVO, extra virgin olive oil. Just drizzle the bread. Not too much, like that. So we're going to take this one, slide some of that there, slide some of that there. Did it again. Over heavy. That's alright. Some people like it heavy with the olive oil. Me, I don't particularly care. Too tough for a bunch of oil, even though this is the healthier oil. Like so. Just like that. Okay. Just brush it on. What I'm going to do is just toast this off a little bit. Give it a little color. Make it a little sexy. And make it sexy for my viewers. Huh? How you like that? Guys and gals. How was your guys' day today? I hope you guys had a good day. Or you're having a good day. I know it's hard out here in this world. Everyday struggles. Struggles financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. Trust me, I understand. Working 2 and 3 jobs. Trust me. I work 2 and 3 jobs currently. Got a full-time, doing my ride shares with 2 different ride share companies, whose names I won't mention. But yeah, I get it. Life is hard, man. Life is definitely hard. So I understand the struggles. I've been in them. I live them. Just do your best. Do your best. That's all you can do. Be a good person. Take care of yourself, your family, and others. Okay, so we're going to pop that in the oven for about 5 or 6 minutes. Let's let me set a timer so I remember about it. Okay, timer's on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Roma tomatoes here. We're gonna dice these bad boys up, but before we do that, I'm gonna actually dice these onions up. Okay, make a simple insertion, half. I'm gonna keep the core to the outside because I wanna make inserts along the onion like that so you can make small dice. Many people have different ways to cut an onion, but this is the way you get trained to cut an onion. Like that. Like that. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll use those 2. And boom, 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 boom. It's more than enough. So that may be quarter cup to a third a cup. Get rid of this. You don't need it anymore. Get rid of this. We're gonna save this stuff for some other project or some other cooking. Maybe for dinner or something tomorrow. I don't know. Okay. Take these and sit them over there. Okay. Now let's get into these Roma tomatoes. Okay. Take the core out. Slice it in half. Take your half. Cut it in half. Boom, like that, like that. Like that, like that. These are nice tomatoes here. Like that. Like that. I'm actually gonna make 3 different types of bruschetta. The base is gonna be the tomato part. The tomato, the basil, and the balsamic vinaigrette. That's gonna be the base of it. Then I'm gonna add to one mozzarella and to another one some shrimp that I already cooked a few minutes ago. Now you saw how small the bread was, so you really don't need, depending on what you're doing with this appetizer, too much. This is just for you guys, just to show you how to do it. I want to see you guys recreate this, so drop me some comments in the comment box below. And oh yeah, make sure you like this video. For those people who don't know me yet, please subscribe to this channel. Take a few minutes, check me out. It's your boy Larock. Have some quality content coming soon. I want to teach you and show you how to cook. You might already know how to cook, but maybe you might like my idea about something. Maybe we could do a collabo, because I really intend on coming to your house and cooking and watching you cook and film you cook. It's a huge part of this show here. And I'm going to use my bread knife. serrated knife. Then you take it, make your slices like that, and then go this way. Just make small dices, whatever size you want them. This isn't getting sold, it's not being catered, so it's okay. Partner Buckshot, who I was just talking about earlier, he has agreed to already do a cooking show for me. There's the timer for our bread. Toasted lovely. Turn that off. Voila. You see? Nice and golden. Sexy. Sexy crostinis. Yeah, like I was saying, he had agreed to let me film him. He is definitely one of the nicest chefs that are out there these days. I also have an upcoming event with a guy in New York City. It's a regular old schmo. It's a regular guy like me. Regular guy like you. Who is willing to let me come to the city and film something that he wants to make. I'm not sure what it is. Doesn't really matter what it is because I'm coming. I want to see what's going on in New York City. I want to see how the big homie does it. So that we can show you how he does it. Shout out to Mike. Coming to New York soon, baby. They got 100 clips. I'm from New York, New York. You see the amount of tomatoes we got already off of 5 of them? It's popping. Oh, that boy about to get sick with it. Chef Tate, I'd like to come and see you, bro. Up there in Jersey. Chef James, I'd like to come see you down there in Virginia. Shout out to Chef James and Poppies. We're not gonna mind those pieces that just fell on the floor. We're gonna pretend we ain't see that. We ain't see that, Chef. Chef, what you doing? That's like $5 right there on the floor. You don't want to do that. Okay, so we got these tomatoes nice and cut up, nice and sexy. Let's go ahead and put it in our bowl. Get ready for the other ingredients. This is just a light appetizer you could do for a party or just a nice snack to have. You're in the house chilling, you got some tomatoes, some basil, some good stuff hanging around. Just make yourself a nice little healthy little snack. Like I said, a party, you have a party coming up, dinner party or something like that. You might want to make this for an appetizer. If you guys are going to weddings or anything like that, it's common to see this appetizer there. So we're going to add our onions. We got our tomatoes, we're going to add the onions. Those 5 tomatoes probably produced like 3 or 4 cups of tomatoes diced. I got these 2, I'm going to cut them up. this. Okay, got 3 cubes of garlic. Cloves. Just take your knife, take the garlic, smash it down like that so it was flat. 2, 3. Okay. Just get the chopping at it. Garlic. I don't like big pieces of garlic, so I like to chop mine up very fine. Whereas my wife, she's from Italy, so she'll eat the whole piece of garlic. They get down like that. Let me not say they, but she will get down like that. You might see baby Larock on here one day. She's a very nice chef herself. Makes the killer pastries. Matter of fact, I posted a cake of hers that she made not too long ago on the channel. That PJ Mashed cake. My wife is badass when it comes to baking and pastries. That's just what she do. Okay, so boom. We got the garlic, we got the onions, we got the tomato. Next we're gonna take some basil. Throw the basil in there. We got a bush. I get some real green right here. This is the real green. You don't need a medical card for this stuff. Like that. Bada boom, bada bang. Oh, my phone is hot. As my wife would say, your phone is hot. Babe, get rid of this, turn this off. Thanks. So the julienne basil, what you do is you take the biggest piece of basil you have and then stuff it with little pieces and then roll it up, right? Roll it up. Look, y'all see that technique, right? This kid know what he doing, right? He done rolled up some things in his life like that. Boom. Just roll it up and light it and take one toke. Julienne chiffonade basil. Like that. Like that. Like that. Get this out of there like that. Separate it out. Just throw it in there with our situation. Like this. Shout out to the people who made this watch. You know, you guys should really send me one and become a sponsor. See, this is what happens when your glove is too small. I got these baby girly gloves, which are for my wife and my kids. I just ran out of my gloves, the XLs. So I need to be a little bit more gentle with this one. Okay, just gonna mix this up like such. And I'm gonna put a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette in there. Maybe a little bit more basil. And a little bit of EVO. But you don't really need that because the oil in the dressing. This is just basic balsamic vinaigrette. Commonly known in restaurants as a house dressing. Okay, like that. I have some kosher salt here. Put a little bit of that in there. Not too much. Kosher salt is nice for this. It's kind of thick. Brings good flavor to it. Okay. So, since I said I'll make it 3 different ways, I'm going to take and put it in 3 different bowls. For 3 different. Two. And then 3. Okay. Boom, bang, boom. Okay. Hold on, good folks. Give me 1 second. And we're back. So we got our 3 base bruschetta mixes. These are the bases. Let's see what they taste like though. I got a feeling that it's gonna need a little bit more salt. It's good. Oh snap! Don't do that. Good thing it didn't go in here, because that thing would just be ruined. It's not like you guys can taste it, but bay salt, get on the ground like that, like that. Okay. Sexy, more sexy, sexy yes. Okay, so let's just set these to the side over here. Okay. Let's take a little bit of this fresh mozzarella, also known as buffalo mozz. Okay. And we just make small guys. Like that. Put this in bowl 1. That should be more than enough. Let's take the shrimps that I pre-cooked. Just rough chop these a little bit, like that. Put these in bowl number 2. Okay, okay. So all different kinds of variations you can do with this. Get creative. Okay, don't need this anymore. So one for me. Hey guys. Okay. Now we're done with this. Let's just get rid of this stuff.